Good morning on this Wednesday morning. You're listening to the WICR Morning Show with me, P. Consadori. Ken Reichman's out today, but we're alongside producer John Stanko this morning. How you doing, John?
Thank you for having me, Pete.
Of course. John will be joining us every Wednesday, hopefully. And
I'll stick to it. Don't worry.
Awesome. You can listen to John on Monday nights and Tuesday nights, I believe.
And Tuesday nights, that's correct.
Yes, first night, Monday night, you're with Anthony Carlo.
For Opposites Attract, and then Tuesday evenings, it's the BS Report with Kevin Bartnett.
Awesome. Well, it's 16 degrees here in New Rochelle. Pretty warm.
That's relative.
Yeah, relative to everywhere. But let's get started. We have some news for you. U.S. debates drone strike on American terrorism suspect in Pakistan. It is the first time American officials have actively discussed killing an American citizen overseas since President Obama imposed new restrictions on drone operations last May. See, I even hear about this on the news. I mean, I don't know if I don't listen to it as much, but this is relatively new.
This came out yesterday. This was a New York Times article. It was on their front page when it went on last night, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So I pulled it up,
yeah.
and I mean, it's definitely worth noting. It's gonna probably bring controversy with it.
Oh, of course.
And Obama honestly cemented himself as a kind of a war hero, quote unquote, because he killed Osama bin Laden, or he gave the order to.
Right.
So now, how many actions does it take for him to diminish that reputation if he goes through with this?
Well, I mean, Obama's in a lot of stuff now. I mean, you listen to his State of the Union address. I mean, it's like any other, president's speech. They say they're going to do this, and then all of a sudden, we can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that's not what's happening in Obama's case.
But that's politics.
Yeah, but that's
everywhere.
That's politics. The White House acknowledged last year that 4 American citizens have been killed in drone strikes during Mr. Obama's time in office. According to the White House, only Mr. Al-Awlaki, I'm sorry for butchering your name, had been intentionally targeted. Tom Brokaw, former NBC nightly news host, has been diagnosed with very serious cancer. It's very unfortunate. Diagnosed with multiple melanoma, a cancer affecting blood cells in the bone marrow in August at the Mayo Clinic. And this is from CNN. Hopefully Brokaw can pull through it.
Yeah,
cancer's not a good thing, not at all.
He was with NBC, I think it was, since 1966. I think he started out as a reporter there, and then he hosted the nightly news. So, I mean, he's a legend in the industry.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Obviously, everyone's saying the prognosis is good. He can recover from it.
Good.
But again, cancer's always serious.
Very serious.
So, I mean, hopefully he comes through, and he does have a very melodic voice that's very good for news.
Yes.
So I hope he pulls through for the sake of all news lovers out there, because whenever he makes a spot appearance on TV, it's worth watching.
Yes, definitely. I hope Tom can get through it. Avalanche kills 6 in western United States. There was an avalanche?
Yes, there were some avalanches in the West over the past couple of days, and 6 people have died.
Fun
fact.
Wow, it's not that fun, but 2 people were killed each of the 3 states, Oregon, Utah, and Colorado. I have a friend that has a girlfriend from Oregon. He's actually moving there in March, which is kind of sad for me, but they're going to go to Oregon. I have to tell them about the avalanches.
Wait, where your friend lives here?
Okay, well, here's the story, since everyone's listening in. My friend, who happens to be the drummer of my band, Killing Karma, he, when Instagram first started, he was big into it. Like, that was his thing. He loved Instagram, and he would be a part of it, and he'd be talking to people, like people comment on your picture or whatever. So one day this girl comments on his picture, and they start commenting on each other's picture, something cute. And then they start, there's this app called Kik. I don't know if anyone knows it out there. It's a messenger. It's pretty much a free messenger. It's almost like iMessage, but the other person has to have the app as well, and you have to be connected to Wi-Fi for it to work really good. You could be on 3G, but sometimes it doesn't work that well.
Shaky, okay.
Yeah. But they started talking like that, and then they started video chatting. So it wasn't like a catfish thing.
Okay, so they know what each other looks like.
Yeah,
there you go.
Fortunately, and they got together, and she actually moved down from Oregon to live here, so she's here right now.
No freaking way.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty intense. I mean, I'm happy for him. It's an awesome thing, but it's pretty intense, and now they're moving to Oregon. Both of them. So she's moving back, and Ricardo's moving there.
Safe to say that's an unorthodox way to meet your significant other.
I mean, it's a way, though.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, all power to him.
Yeah, and thank God I wasn't a catfish, because that would have been
incredibly true.
I mean, he's my friend. I kind of probably would have laughed at him a little bit.
That's only you have to.
But
you're obligated to.
You're obligated to. It's in the contract. The House passed back to the Avalanche, Oregon, Utah, and Colorado. Colorado, I could see an avalanche happening, but I didn't know about Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, I got family who lives in Colorado, but they're not very away from. They're away from the mountains. They don't live close to them.
Good.
I think they live in Evergreen.
Oh, okay.
I think I might be wrong.
Evergreen.
It's just outside Denver.
Right. All right, so on to the House. The House has passed a clean extension of the debt limit. Now, I saw this on the news. This is something definitely worthwhile about talking about. The Senate is expected to take up the debt limit extension before the end of the week. I mean, they have a lockout, and they take forever to come to agreement, but now they want a debt limit extension, and all of a sudden they do it in a week.
Yep. It's
politics at its finest, people. Republicans had wanted to attach some kind of policy provision to the must-pass legislation. Members suggested including measures like approving the Keystone XL pipeline or replacing part of the Affordable Care Act. Affordable Care Act, big issue in the Obama administration. Big issue with the legislation.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the focal point now for years.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the only thing that Obama has been talking about is this Affordable Care Act.
Well, granted, it is what his giant project was when he first got into office.
No, I get that, but like I feel like that's the only thing I've heard about his presidency. I haven't heard, the Osama bin Laden thing, everything, but I feel like everything you heard about Obama in the news was about the Affordable Care Act. It never strayed away from that, and I find that interesting. Leaders were unable to secure enough votes for those add-ons, however, to ensure passage. The White House also insisted it would not pay ransom for the extension, a position that Obama successfully held during last year's government shutdown. I don't know. I think I have to move. I don't know if I could do this.
Canada.
Well, let's not get to. If Justin Bieber gets deported, I'm not going to the same place that he's going.
I can agree with you on that. I can.
Well, John, let's take it over to entertainment. What's happening there?
Well, entertainment. It was just announced that Margaret Robbie, who was the very hot and successful actress in Wolf on Wall Street, has joined the cast of the classic tale Tarzan.
Wow.
Which is going to be a big thing coming out in 2016, the summer of 2016.
A lot of big movies coming out, and I know Godzilla looks amazing.
Also coming out that year is going to be the new Batman Superman movie.
Right. That should be interesting.
Opens up the month before Tarzan, excuse me. As I mentioned, Robbie, she starred alongside Leonardo DiCaprio in the Gold Globe winning film Wolf on Wall Street. Tarzan has a star-studded cast itself. It's got Samuel L. Jackson, Christopher Waltz, and it's got the True Blood star Alexander Skarsgård.
I would love to see how Samuel L. Jackson does in this Tarzan. They got a star cast right now. Christopher Waltz. Alexander, that's going to be interesting. I would like to see how they use everyone's talents uniquely.
And for everyone who's looking for a little snippet of what the plot is going to be, this is from Variety magazine. The story will focus on John Clayton III, a.k.a. Tarzan, years after he's been re-assimilated into English society. So already a twist on the tale.
Okay.
Then he's asked by Queen Victoria to investigate some shady activities in the Congo. An adventure from which he teams up with ex-mercenary George Washington Williams, which is, of course, Samuel L. Jackson, a mercenary.
Of course.
And together they take on a warlord who controls a massive diamond mine, which is Christoph Waltz, who is one of my favorite actors.
Great actor.
Inglourious Basterds, Django Unchained. Unbelievable.
He does an amazing job.
So, I mean, I'm excited for this movie. It's set to come out July 1st, 2016, a month after the Batman Superman movie. So those two are probably going to do battle at the box office, as long as Zack Snyder doesn't have another flub with the Batman Superman movie, because Man of Steel was a flub, no matter what anyone says.
I didn't see that movie.
You should not see it because it's a waste of time.
I saw the last Superman movie. I forgot what it was called.
Superman Returns?
Yeah, probably.
I will tell you this: Superman Returns is better than Man of Steel.
Oh well, then I definitely never going to see
I walked out of the midnight premiere more angry. It was the most disappointing film last year. I was furious.
Well, let's go on to Disney since we're talking about action. Let's lighten it up with some Disney. Frozen is getting huge momentum for a sequel.
Frozen is awesome.
A sequel. It just was in theaters and it has momentum for a sequel.
Lego movie is already going for a sequel. That came out a week ago.
I want to see that so badly.
The Lego movie is fantastic for anyone who wants to go see.
21 years old. I want to go see Lego movie. Legos were my thing when I was younger.
I went with my girlfriend and I was literally giddy in the movie. I was literally like, I am so excited for this. And then when it first came on, I was giddy. There's an 8-year-old next to me who's sitting there calm, and I'm there freaking excited because it's the Lego movie. It's my childhood.
I mean,
it was great.
I love going to see, seeing the movies of the past because there's a lot of adult jokes that are thrown in there to keep the parents entertained.
That's what's great about Lego Movie is that there's so many subliminal puns and just things they say that are like, and then it makes you think and you reckon it. It flies over the young kids' heads, but It definitely applies to older
Stanko
audience.
review for Lego Movie. Go see it. I'm gonna go see it.
It's amazing.
If my girlfriend comes or not, I'm going to see it. If
It's
I have to go
amazing.
alone, I'll go see it.
And I'll tell you this: Frozen is also fantastic.
Yeah, well, if it's pushing for a sequel right now, I mean, Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Iger? Is that how you say it?
I think it's eager.
Iger said Frozen has real franchise potential. Franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not
It's like a Toy Story.
hesitate. I would not hesitate to see something in Disney World start to become like Frozen-esque.
Oh, I'm sure it's already there. You got to
have
think
a
about
ride or something, or there's got to be.
Yeah, Frozen's also now the second biggest grossing animation film of all time in theaters. Behind Finding Nemo, and Finding Nemo was
Finding
Pixar
Nemo's
glory.
phenomenal.
But listen, Frozen's fantastic. I saw it. I really enjoyed it. Now there are sing-alongs in movie theaters. You go to, you're allowed to sing along with the songs in the theater. It's taken over the country, frankly, and people are saying it's the best animation movie since Lion King. I'm not that sold on it. I still think Toy Story 3.
Oh, Toy Story you cannot compare.
Okay, Lego Movie is the best animation movie since Toy Story 3.
Okay.
But Toy Story 3 made me cry. As a college student, made me cry.
John Stanko cried, everyone.
I did. It was a sad, touching moment because that scene at the end of Toy Story 3 when he gives the toys away, that happened to me. I was
so
like,
powerful.
That's me. Oh my god.
Yeah,
so
it really hit hard. It really hit home. So I was thinking about this. This is a random thing. I was seeing the if you guys watch the Super Bowl, the new Transformers movie is coming out, which looks amazing.
Okay, we already disagree on that just because you said it looks amazing.
Well, it looks amazing. I'm not saying it's going to be amazing.
No, wait, did you like Transformers 2 and 3?
You know, I liked it for the vehicles.
Okay,
because there was some hot cars in it.
Okay, well, yes, okay.
But I don't know.
From a movie standpoint.
From a movie standpoint, it was just like a bunch of action, and there was nothing else to it.
I am a firm believer that Michael Bay is the most overrated filmmaker in Hollywood.
Oh, there's GIFs on iFunny. It's an app on iPhone where everything they say, oh, this was created by Michael Bay, and all they have is things exploding. Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, it's amazing. It's almost like watching what's that movie? There's a movie where people were in the they were in like big robots, like big android robots. Pacific Rim. That movie was not the greatest movie.
It's still better than a Michael Bay film.
No, yeah, but it was just action. And I feel like with Transformers, it's just things that are cool. It's not like, oh, I go to see a movie for a nice story or a plot line or development, because there's no character development.
It's shallow entertainment.
Oh, it's horrible. But I still go to see what they can do with the technology.
Oh, the special effects are absolutely unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
But Transformers 2, it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
So speaking of Transformers, what is Shia LaBeouf doing? I haven't seen him in anything, and he just... Since Holes, I feel like he hasn't had a good movie.
That's probably true. I mean, he wore a paper bag to an art gallery that he did, and then said, "I'm not famous anymore." And like he had people bring objects into him. This is so obscure. Like I'm not sure I understand it completely, but people brought objects in to sit with him, and then like people asked him questions he didn't answer, and he always cried. And it's he cried underneath the bag, and I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You were once a successful actor, then he got caught in that plagiarizing scandal where he made a movie,
right?
And he got caught plagiarizing, and he had to apologize for it. He's on the downhill, and listen, he's gonna become incredibly obscure very, very soon.
Well, hopefully he can get his act together. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you about him. Like I said, again, I don't think he made a good movie since Holes.
I forgot about Holes. I forgot he was in Holes.
I mean, I think everyone forgot. I think everyone just liked Zero.
He was the best character.
Zero was just amazing. He was just awesome. I don't know how to else explain him. He was just that much of like
Madame Zeroni. Was that who the
Madame Zeroni's
the gypsy woman or whatever.
Gypsy woman, yeah.
This is childhood coming back. To
me.
We're
reminiscing on childhood, folks. Well, this is the morning show here with Pete Consadori and Ken Reichman. Of course, he's not here because he's sick. We hope he feels better. But we're here with producer John Stanko. We'd like to thank him for stopping by. You can listen to us live on Ustream.com and Live365.com by searching WICR. Like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/WICR Iona College Radio. And also on Twitter at Iona WICR. And I got one more for you, folks. YouTube. We're on YouTube to see any previous recorded radio shows. Mm-hmm. You guys didn't know, you go to YouTube and you go to youtube.com/WICR Gales Radio, and you can see a lot of recorded shows. So if you guys want to see any shows, they're dated, they're labeled, and if you want to see them, go there. We'll be right back with sports after this.
Hey everyone, I'm Pete Consadori, WICR President and MassCom Senior. There's great things happening in MassCom. Check out NorthAvenueNation.com for the latest